All right. It is Tuesday morning. We're here with the sleepy trader, Matthew. Matt said this is the earliest that he's been awake in years. Normally, he wakes up at 9:48 in the morning. I don't know why 9:48, but something about that 9:45 candle that he loves to trade. So we got him here at the BDH today. Hopefully, he'll stay awake until at least 9:48, and then we'll see if he puts on a trade. What do you think?
I'm excited. I'm up. I'm fired up.
All right. We'll see what happens. The best part is today we got a little bit of news, got a little bit of action. Market right now kind of bouncing off some pivot points, and we're getting ready for market to open up. Let's get into it, baby. Turbo Tuesday. Ooh, just the two of us, baby. Me and you every morning making sweet love to this market.
You know, moved down here in January, bumped into you 2 weeks ago at hotel in Miami. Said, you know, bring me down to the BDH. I want to trade. Here we are.
What do you trade?
So I trade Nasdaq every day. I usually wait till exactly 9:50 to like 10:30 latest. Sometimes we get a couple setups in different macros, but that's like, you know, the first 4-hour candle of the day. That's my favorite one to trade.
Does the opening range play into your trades at all, or is it just something?
Well, I certainly limit myself by doing that, but I think that that's a good thing. I mean, it has been this month especially. Like, I got 2 payouts. I'm looking to get my 3rd this week. So really just like trying to stay disciplined by doing that.
It's funny because I've talked to a lot of traders over the years, and discipline is always the one thing that people talk about. It's not like a secret. Well, maybe that's the secret to being a successful trader, is having the discipline.
It certainly separates you from the 99%. A lot of people are blowing accounts, getting upset, and never learning from their mistakes. And I think that's the number one thing, is to learn from mistakes.
What was the first thing that you traded ever in your entire life?
So common stock, right?
What was like the first stock that you ever bought?
Probably like an ETF. I like the leverage ETF.
Ooh, TQQ, baby. Let's go.
And then, you know, I was looking for volatility. I collected pandemic stimulus and then threw it into AMC at around $2 a share. Well, it had a 90-something% short interest. And then I was saying the price target was $100,000 a share, right? Shoot for the stars, aim for the moon. We got $72 a share. That was my biggest trade to date on a live account.
So you got into stocks. How'd you get into futures?
After that, I was thinking, you know, I just made, it was like around 50 grand on the common stock, and I didn't want to risk all my capital, but I wanted leverage. And so started trading options in indexes like the Nasdaq and S&P. That turned into 1 day to expiry, 0 day to expiry.
Ooh.
And then that snowballed into futures now. Just doing snipes for like 30 seconds is really optimal with these Apex accounts, and it's been working out. So
especially with like the trailing drawdown and stuff, probably the best advice you can give anybody is like see profit, take profit.
You can't dwell on the past. We're at 52,100, so we're looking to make ideally $1,000 in each account today. That would be great. I shoot for 1,000 and then take profit on my best day.
Yeah.
For the
you got the 50K account?
Yeah, on the 50K.
Okay.
But I look for a move right at 9:50, 10 a.m. Ideally, it's an inverse fair value gap on the 5-minute chart.
Good thing I wore my shirt today.
Yeah, ICT.
He's here. He'll be in the chat later. Your guru. Don't worry. Honestly, the way I think, we go higher one more time, and then we have that like big correction.
I used to try to trade single stocks, and it's way harder to do that rather than just trading price action, and you get the best price action in these indexes that are just massive volume.
I've seen people who are like, oh man, I don't like trading futures because it's too hard. And then they'll be like, I like trading single stocks. And I'm like, if the whole market's red, the futures are red, it all works the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, you know, now everything's so dependent on, you know, 4 or 5 very key stocks. If Nvidia's crashing, well, then the whole market's fucking crashing. And then if, you know, Tesla's crashing, it's like the whole entire market is watching about 5 different stocks. Google, Facebook. I mean, I feel like Nvidia is running the market right now. It's crazy. You're from Boston. You're down here in Florida for a little spring break action. What's the dream? Where would you want to live and trade from?
Potentially start an LLC in Puerto Rico.
Oh, you're gonna be one of those guys. Have you been to Puerto Rico?
So yeah, I mean, like, great tax haven, tropical. I mean, certainly not like where I'd want to spend my time year round, like alone, because it would just get lonely and stuff.
No, you get you a big booty Puerto Rican.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, just having a headquarters would be great.
I thought about maybe moving the BDH to Puerto Rico, but then I don't know if I want to live in Puerto Rico for 180 days a year, or even 100 days. Seems like a lot. I've been to Puerto Rico a few times, and it's nice, but the island life, man. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years, and it's like, because when you live on an island, you just feel so remote from the rest of the world, and like everything is just hard. You know, you'd be like, oh, let me go on Amazon overnight something. Nope.
Just leverage yourself, sell right when you see profit, and then move on with your day.
All right, so you're trading with Apex. Why'd you choose Apex?
Cheapest.
Cheapest. That does seem like the big driver for most people. When I talk to them about why they choose a firm, it's normally because price.
Guys, if you're starting out prop firms trading, one account Apex. There's no way you can lose.
This is not financial advice.
You could go through 10 PAs and then get a $2,000 payout after and break even. It's like, and then that process you learn and then drill down what works for you. And then ultimately you'll come out more profitable.
I had a guy who won a free account. He won a free account from the live stream and he got a $3,000 payout.
Yeah, exactly.
Apex is calling me like, hey, stop giving fucking free accounts out. I'm like, oh, sorry.
The return on investment is just unmatched. Any industry. And it's so obscure. Nobody knows about it. Everybody's so quick to be negative and think that it doesn't work, but figure that out for yourself, you know? Follow the rules on Apex and they pay, guys.
What's crazy is, like you said, the prop firm space is still so kind of unheard of.
The number one thing is don't get greedy while you're at the finish line. It happens to the best of us.
It happens. No, I mean, it really does.
I mean, a lot of people, like, they'll pass evals and then blow the PA right away. For me, it was pass the evals, get the PA to about 2,000 and then blow it. And it's just ridiculous, guys. Definitely test your will, but those are ultimately the best mistakes you can make to learn from and then be profitable after that. El Chapo, that's $2,300, baby. Let's go. El Chapo.
Now I'm short. Oh,
that's $2,300. 2 accounts.
$2,300. Get this guy a fucking plaque.
2 accounts.
Tradeify. Get this guy a straight to funded account. He's ready for the big leagues.
2.3%.
He's ready for the big leagues. Tradeify.
They don't want to see me winning. You gotta show them my P&L just so they know.
Yeah, film his P&L.
PA, $2,300 total, baby. And then 53,500 balance. It's gonna be my 3rd payout of the month in this account and my 1st payout on this other account. That's over 10K on the month, baby. You own a piece of our economy for a short period of time. That's how we're making money as a trader. And limit your exposure. Just because you hold a position for 30 seconds, that doesn't mean that you're any less bullish on the economy. A K a day keeps the 9 to 5 away.
Shoo!
Simple as that.
There you go. It was a terrible idea to have you come on here. Even though you dropped that banger trade this morning.
Yeah.
This guy.
W's in the chat.
Patrick, you got so many haters. You should be proud. Trust me. I might not know if there's a God. I might not know if there's a heaven or there's a hell. But I can guarantee one truth in life, my friends. That every single hater would gladly trade bank accounts with me.
If you didn't see, he had, what, 20 women on his boat this weekend.
We hate you, but you're narcissistic. I'm not narcissistic. They think that what they see on the live stream is like who I really am.
Yeah, everything's in good faith, guys. He does this to teach people.
I know, but it's also, this is a character, right? Like, when I'm not on the live stream, I'm not yelling and screaming about boner candles and like... If
the sunglasses isn't a dead giveaway that this is an act, then I don't know what to tell you.
People are always like, why do you wear sunglasses? They're like, well, just so you comment about it. That is literally why. I mean, I'm pretty much always in character, to be honest. Jason knows that. He films me all the time. I've learned that if people aren't hating, that means you're not doing anything good enough. When you first started out, what was the first prop firm you went to?
Apex.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. What was like, how did you even find prop firms in the first place? Because you were trading stocks and you traded like options.
Probably
you used social
like
media?
Instagram Reels, probably.
Yeah, probably like a Danny Trades video.
A lot of people just make like memes in like Reels.
That's where you found it.
Yeah, that's where I found it. I was really skeptical. Not a lot of people know about it.
I mean, the problem is you just don't know who's full of shit and who's not.
Exactly.
Pretty much everyone's full of shit, but some people are just less full of shit. All right, so you started out with Apex and you've stayed with Apex. I feel like a lot of people end up trading with Dow who shall not be named, and then they end up trading with Apex afterwards.
I've traded with, you know, my funded futures and Tradeify.
Yeah, well, you bought the straight to funded with Tradeify. You know the problem with the straight to funded accounts when you first started them, you have like there's like no daily drawdown. No, once you get it above that like the profit target, then you don't have the daily drawdown anymore. Not having a daily loss limit can be fun, but can also be bad.
Yeah, I don't use stop losses.
Well, we know that. Apex is watching this live stream right now. They're like, well, he's getting denied.
Nope, not happening. We already crashed.
Already dead.
We already crashed.
Yeah, a lot of brakes. You gotta like really push on the fucking brake. He's getting it. He's going. Oh, no. Oh God, he's.
We're dying on that.
You wanna see me?
Yeah.
Oh, watch out, boy.
Oh, that's more like it. So smooth.
You got any final advice? Somebody starting out as a trader, what would you say?
One account, guys. Apex, 150K account. This isn't a get-rich-quick thing. Start small, minimal risk. That could very well change your life.
Small profits add up. You know, I talked about that last year when I had the $600,000 payout with Apex. Every single day in those accounts was like $500 to $1,000. I didn't have one day where it was like, oh my God, I made $1 million today. It was just that consistency for 60 days straight. Better to be consistent too, because mentally, like emotionally, you're able to control the ups and downs.
Completely.
Whereas if you like are always just swinging for the fences and all you're trying to do is get those like big profit days, you're gonna have a lot of big red days, and that up and that down, it's very hard to like be in a good place mentally when you're having big red days, big green days, and just kind of like battling that up and down. There it is. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. A big thank you to our good friend here, El Chapo, coming in here and hanging out with us today. As much as the haters want to hate, you put on a trade, you called it out live, it hit.
I called it out an hour before. It came to fruition.
The king of I told you so over here. They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us.
There you go.
The largest.
See you guys on the flip side. If you haven't already, you already know, chat. All right, well, that's a wrap. Turbo Tuesday action. You put a trade on, you called it out, and then you took the trade. You had a little bit of drawdown.
Yeah, I accidentally over leveraged myself to end up working out.
The funny part is if you would have just been like 2 minutes calmer, you'd have like a fucking amazing trade.
Almost double probably.
Yeah, so hey, it happens sometimes. That's the worst, is when you like get into a trade a little early, you gotta sit through that drawdown, but then it finally hits that target. Got it done today.
Can't complain.
Chat was hating, but I mean.
Chat was definitely hating.
If you're green, you're green. And that's it. We made some money today. We locked it in. BDH, baby.